Hey, good day everybody. Dr. Randy Wurts in Thrive Chiropractic. Hey, today we're going to talk about a very serious condition that I'll see kids with. Breathing difficulties will lead to this, and it's called asthma. So asthma is one of those things that when you watch a child having an asthma attack, you don't know what to do. You're on the sidelines and you don't know what to have. I never had asthma, but I had something similar to an asthma attack where it was dry when I was out to Colorado skiing and I didn't drink enough water, and I woke up in the middle of the night, hard for me to breathe. I was trying to gasp for breath, and I was actually going the physical breathing process and inhaling and trying to exhale, but I wasn't getting air. I just was not getting air, and it scared the bejesus out of me, and something that I'm like, wow, this is what these kids go through that have asthma attack. Fortunately, I was able to drink some water, and 10 minutes later that cleared up, but that's not always the case with kids and people that have asthma. So asthma, it's a constriction of the bronchial tubes that pass the airways in the lungs, and they'll constrict. Sometimes they'll actually form a mucous membrane as well, which leads me, there's two types of asthma. There's like the wet and the dry. Now wet is a mucus. That'll produce the thick mucus in your lungs, so it's hard for the air to get in. And the dry is actually a dry cough. So they're coughing and coughing and coughing, which is something similar that I had, I think, when I was skiing. So those will be two types of different asthma. Now, there's some things that can induce asthma. Stress, different odors, going from warm to cold air can affect this as well. And I know pollen in the air, but also chlorine. So when I'm swimming though, on the other hand, I am coughing up a lot of stuff, and chlorine, I know I've seen other people that have come into my office and they say when I try to swim, it's the chlorine that affects my lungs, and that will have an effect on producing a lot of mucus as well. 95% of asthma, you'll see what they call as exercise induced, meaning that when you're stressing your body out, that's when you notice it the most, because you're using your body a little bit harder than normal, which makes perfect sense. Some of the things that I see with people that have asthma is that, your shoulders are rounded. So they'll go around, and just from a side profile, their shoulders will be like this and their head will be out. And it's almost like the weight of the world's on their shoulders. So stress is a big thing with asthma too. So taking care of yourself, obviously, we look at the question, why do I have asthma? And I believe there's many different causes to everything, but why can't some kids go outside and they'll be affected by the asthma, and other kids they're not, or they're not affected by the pollen? So that's what we start to look at. And my question is, why do they have this? So as a chiropractor, I look at the nervous system. And let's face it, when your child's slunched over like this, that means that they can't get the full breath in, as opposed to standing up too, so it's harder to breathe. So when I look at the nerves and how they're working, hey, if the nerves are hypersensitive, that means your body's going to be hypersensitive. And you're going to be hypersensitive to the outside stimulus as well. So, I look at the nerves in the upper back and what happens when those are affected, and even in the neck, it'll affect the breathing as well. So real tips with asthma, obviously, sometimes you just have to locate what's actually causing the problem, so you can be sensitive to that, making sure you're drinking lots of water. If stress is an issue, obviously we have to deal with it, because your body becomes very hypersensitive with these asthma. And I do find that a lot is kids that are they get stressed pretty easy. They're hypersensitive emotionally to things as well, that they'll tend to have issues with asthma as well. Allergies can be a problem, which are very much associated with asthma too. So, but if you do have any questions, hey, I'm happy to help you in any way possible. And if you do need a consultation to say, hey, what do I need to do, or what are some tips, or what can I do to help my child who has asthma, or even yourself, please give me a call. I'd be happy to schedule a consultation just to help you out. Hey, I consider that my role as a public servant, not just a doctor, but to help people stay healthy so they can go home to their children and be healthy as well. Just not a matter of adjusting people, it's a matter of, hey, how can I help you do what you need to do to take responsibility for your health as well. Take care, everybody. Wish you the very best. Have a wonderful day. Bye.